This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
Today's episode is once again brought to you by Studio Sweden. They're back at it, making those sweet Scandinavian headphones that look so nice and sound great too. Listeners of the Royal We can get 15% off any purchase by using the coupon 3HorseMom. That's the number 3 and the words HorseMom, all one word. Check them out at studiosweden.com, S-U-D-I-O Sweden.com. And they ship free worldwide.
I've been scared straight.
Me too. Scared.
Well, you think all the stuff that you look at on the internet would have scared you straight already.
Yeah.
I mean, you know not to touch big spinning wheels.
Yeah, and not to fuck around
Like Russia.
like paper mills. Don't go to Russia. Russia never. You sent me something the other day.
I got something to talk about today about Russia.
Russia never fails to. I mean, it never.
No,
fails.
well, what you do is you sit in there because you can't sleep a lot of nights. You got that insomnia.
Yeah.
I got a cousin down in Tuscaloosa who's got that insomnia. Can't sleep. Stays up all night watching Russian Death. His name's Nathan. He moved to Taiwan. Now he tells Burl stories on the internet for 14 people.
There was a burl. There was a burl in passing.
There she goes. But okay, so you watch all this nonsense on the internet. I mean, we all do. We all have different brands of nonsense. Okay. But you recently watched some Scared Straight. If that was a show, I mean, I think it's a show more contemporary, but this is an episode that was in the 90s.
Yeah, I think the first one was back in like the 70s.
It was just like a documentary, or it was a show?
Oh, it was like a one-time special. They filmed it in like the late 70s.
Oh, way back.
Yeah, and then they did it again in like 1999.
They just sent a bunch of kids who think they're tough,
Yeah,
to prison and have prisoners scream at them.
scream at them.
Which I bet you is the best day to be in prison. Mm-hmm. I'm like, they're bringing the kids in.
Bring the kids, we get to yell. Yeah,
I was thinking this because we've talked a lot about this last 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
They must give the prisoners something. They must say like, hey, if you don't kill any of these kids, or
sure, I'm sure.
if like, for good behavior, you come in here and you help us scare these kids, like we'll give you some.
It's got to be something like extra milk or something.
Right.
Give you an extra milk.
It's gotta be more than that, but you know what I mean. Like it's got to be.
Dude, I remember being in like grade, like little kid, like Scared Straight age, and the some of the kids in school. I mean, it was unbelievable what they would do for extra milk. And we had this crazy janitor that would walk around. He had like a weird eye, and he'd walk around with a bucket full of not just a bucket of milk. It was there was milk in the bucket, but it was in there.
Were you in prison? I went to school in prison.
I went to school in Portugal in 1704, but he had a bucket with milks in it, contained milks in the bucket, and he'd walk around and go, "Extra milk," and he would extra milk, come on, there's a milk. And kids would clamor over each other to get to the bucket man with the milk. It was crazy. I remember being like, "Calm down."
What? Why? What? It just. I mean, it was free. It was free. You could have.
I guess it was a thing. Maybe they didn't have a lot of milk at home, so
who are we to judge? Well, let's get Scared Straight. Oh, anyway, so the reason we're talking about that is because there's one particular prisoner,
bulldog of a man,
actor on this stage of life.
Yeah.
Did he have a name?
I don't know.
He was just like a big, giant black man in prison.
Yeah.
Yelling, just screaming.
And he's fucking yoked.
Well, what I couldn't get over, and we keep talking about this, I couldn't get over the fact that they were such good orators. Like they had I guess because there was a program and they did it a lot.
I guess they do it a lot. So they've got it honed to what they're going to say each time.
Yeah, because the picture they paint is that they just put them in a room with these prisoners, and then the prisoners just off the cuff start screaming shit.
Yeah.
But it can't be that because they have like all these points and there's a big show out of it, and they're really well spoken. Yeah. Well,
and well spoken in the art of screaming obscenities at children. But,
right.
But as far as that world goes, they've got that on lock.
They don't stutter or fuck up once.
No. But this big dude, there's a little boy. I mean, he calls him little boy.
Little boy?
He's a little boy. Would you bring you in my house today, little boy? And
can we just play the clip?
Yeah, we'll just play the clip. Listen to this.
Weird, wild stuff.
Weird. And this is a little boy.
Let's paint a picture. Can we paint a picture?
Yeah.
So this man, think of Terry Crews, but way wilder. Like fucking wild,
like crazy. Like if Terry Crews
and Machete,
merged together and were like in the best part of the meth years. like,
remember the meth years?
Like before, like where it's made you crazy enough that you don't give a shit and you've lost some teeth, but not to the part that it's destroyed your body.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made you more powerful at this moment.
Then there's a very small boy, 8 years old, if that.
Like porcelain skin, the bright dewy eyes.
And he's like, come here, little boy. Well, you're going to hear.
Yeah.
We painted the scene.
Gets him by the shirt.
Here we go. Let me never play it. It's just like...
I'm in this motherfucker and I fucked up. Look at me, little boy. What the fuck you doing in my house today? And if you tell me a motherfucking lie, I'm gonna mush your motherfucking face up. Now why is you here? No. You messed up. Look at me. You see this motherfucking face. You remember this motherfucking face. But you never want to meet a motherfucker like me. You understand?
Well, wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
We're already doing clips. We're not even into the episode.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of The Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
What we normally do is we take headlines and we do not read the articles. We just guess about what could that be about.
Yeah.
We don't read them because, facts just get in the way.
Yep.
We have conjecture-based conversations about them. I messed this all up. I don't have the oration skills of a prisoner.
No.
If you want to send us headlines, and you should, and I'm actually very excited because lots of you have sent us headlines.
Yeah. The grease.
The grease is flowing. Is a heavy flow today. Ugh. There's if you want to send us headlines, and you should.
And you should.
You can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. You guys can also send us sound effects. I say let's just use one from that prisoner thing.
Okay.
Let's do one of them. Little boy. Something.
I'm gonna mush your motherfucking face up.
Here it is. There it was.
You guys should just look that up and watch that whole thing. It's
Yeah,
pretty
we'll
great.
link it. We'll tweet it. We'll tweet it out.
Yeah.
Let's just do some headlines. Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's roll.
Oh. Let's do one because I believe on our Facebook. Let me go in there because I wasn't even thinking about this. In our Facebook here, a man named Dana White.
Oh, Dana White, yeah.
Friend of the show? Mm-hmm. Dana White, friend of the show. He whispered this to a raven and then blew it into the sky. He blew ashes into the sky or something. Uh-huh. Did he actually send us anything? Or did he just say he was going to send us something? Wait, maybe it's in our email. I had a conversation with the man on Facebook.
Uh-huh. He used to be in the Cinema Villainy podcast. I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I think they got something new cooking. If so, we'll put it in somewhere.
There's like a maze of internet I gotta go through to get this. Where is it? Okay, so he sent it to the. Yeah, here we go.
Right.
And it's funny because he even specified I haven't read the article. Like, yeah, man, that's kind of that's the thing.
Yeah.
So okay, thank you, Dana. That was a bunch of ropes I had to jump over to get to it. But Texas police searching for suspect nicknamed Stinky Butt.
What?
How do you get? I mean.
And how did what kind of goofball?
It's like a
police
pet name.
Force. Yeah.
Oh, Stinky Butt.
Old Stinky Butt still on the large. He must not be that violent of a criminal.
Or he's an animal.
Yeah. Can you imagine if it was the most heinous killings in the state of Texas?
And you shall call me Stinky Butt.
Yeah. He wants us to call him Stinky Butt, or he will kill again. He's targeting children in school buses.
You know what? It's awful, but usually killers have great names. Mm-hmm. The Son of Sam, great. Zodiac Killer, woo.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Really good.
What else? ISIS.
ISIS.
You told me that all your children that you teach are terrified of ISIS.
They're terrified of ISIS. We did a writing project a while back where I told them to write about a bad dream.
8-year-old Taiwanese kids.
Yeah. And I was like, write about a nightmare, a bad dream or a good dream. So, this was a writing exercise. Well, they all wrote, like half the class wrote about nightmares they've had about ISIS. And he came in and went to the podium and he was wearing TNT and he blew it up and he blew everything up.
What are they saying?
And I was like,
who's talking to them?
Like, guys, come on. Don't let them win.
The terrorists have won.
No, just go play.
You guys should be worried about Stinky Butt.
Yeah, old Stinky Butt.
Stinky Butt sounds like something a kid would be worried about.
Yeah, the family's criminal.
What does he do? I mean, he's like leaving a fish in vents and stuff, he's farting in bags and leaving them on people's doors.
Well, who's smelling a bag left at your door? Well, might as well smell it. Oh, so Stinky Butt.
There's only one thing left to do.
Smell this bag.
This was smell me. If you saw a bag labeled "smell me" but had nothing, it was clear and empty.
I don't know if it was from a stranger. If you handed me a bag that said "smell me," I'd be like, "This will probably be funny." Like when I got you to eat that stink patty.
Ugh.
Every now and then, man, we still run across something that we're like, "God damn."
God damn.
What was that? I think the lady tried to tell me, I don't think you want that. And I'm like, yeah.
I do want it. Like, it's gross. We made it gross as a joke.
Yeah, it's like, who enjoys this?
Nate was eating something, and I was in the other room cooking, and he's like, come in here, have some of this. And I knew something was up. And he's like, oh, it's good.
Well, I figured you'd take my tone of voice. You're like, I don't want to. And I was like, nah, it's good.
It's not gross at all. And I ate some, and it tastes like you'd already eaten it.
It was bad. Yeah.
Taiwan. Well, thank you, Dana. We're out looking for the stinky butt.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he's farting probably. Stinky butt. I mean,
Stinky
what butt
butt
crimes can you get up to? You ever heard about people slash butts with razors and shit? That's a crime. People like go on, like drive by people
on bikes and slash
butts.
Yeah, good lord.
An ass slasher.
An ass slasher.
I can't come in today. My ass got slashed.
Gee, what an asshole thing to do.
Yes. Why are you slashing butts?
Stinky butt. If you think he's run up and put his butt in people's faces, they're like, oh, by the way, it was real stinky.
They'd be easier to catch him. I mean, if he's running away on foot and shit. I mean, like, I bet you
stinky butt.
Maybe he's like especially flatulent, and he's like filling up elevators and stuff.
But is that a crime? It's not a crime to fart.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I mean, unless he's committing crimes, and then the farting is just.
There must be times at which farting is
a
a crime, and in the manner in which you if someone were to hold you down and fart on your face, that's a crime.
Yeah, that's assault.
I believe it's battery at that point.
Battery, yeah.
Assault is just like saying like you fat hey little boy, you dumb motherfucker. That's I don't think you have to even touch someone for assault.
Oh yeah.
Battery is when you actually physically make contact.
Yeah, you'd be battered and fried.
Fried. I couldn't think of a pun for farting.
Stinky butt.
I've been eating nothing but cabbage and broccoli the last 3 days.
You're stinky butt?
Don't tell anyone. Hey Dana, I'm stinky butt.
I've eaten way more corn than a person should eat.
Yeah, you've been reeling on the corn recently. There's just a bunch of corn skeletons in the fridge.
I know, because we have to put them in bags to throw them away.
As you do.
Just don't chuck them into the yard.
Yeah, this isn't America anymore. I can't go give them out to the coons. I tried to explain to the kids that like that was a real battle I had with keeping raccoons out of my trash. When I used to live in America, I lived in the woods, and like you'd wake up and the fucking trash would be all over your yard, and you have to be like, "Goddamn raccoons!" And they were like, "What?"
Yeah, my mom posted up a picture like 2 days ago, and there was a possum sleeping in the trash can. It had climbed up and got in. I don't know if it just couldn't get out, but it was like in there asleep.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, look at it. Nature's ugly cat.
I'm gonna moose your motherfucking face up.
Here's one that I'm sure happens much more than you'd think.
Okay.
And then we're just hearing about it. It's not really news. I'm not sure how anyone else heard about it. But okay, well, here's one. I didn't find myself. I said that, but I wasn't true. Friend of the show, Ben the Meat, he sent this to us.
The Meaty.
Sup, Ben?
What's up, Meat?
He technically owns this podcast.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to pay him off somehow.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna either that. I mean, he's gonna break our fucking legs. Guys, you guys got to start clicking the links we talk about. Get us some money so that my brother doesn't kill us.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are in luck. If you didn't listen to us last time, which I don't blame you because we talk a lot of nonsense, but let me tell you, we're lucky enough to be sponsored once again by Studio Sweden, maker of fine Scandinavian headphones. And I know last time we talked about it, maybe you're thinking like, I don't know, these boys, headphones, what's going on? But I'm here today to tell you, you should give them a chance. You guys should go on to www.studiosweden.com. It's SUDIO, and check out their whole range of headphones. They got earbuds, they got over the ear. We have a pair of the Regent. We have them in white and gold. We also have a black pair. They sound great. They sound super cool, and they look really cool. I always feel kind of self-conscious about using those over the ear headphones out in public. I just want to look cool. And these do look cool. They're made by the Swedes. You know, they know what they're doing. All right? You guys should check it out. You guys can also get 15% off by using the coupon code 3HORSEMOM at checkout. That's the number 3, then horse mom, all one word, and like one weird word, 3HORSEMOM. You also, they ship free worldwide. So no matter if you're a chuckle fuck like us and you live in Taiwan, or you live in America, or you live in Australia, where else do you guys live? You guys are going to get free shipping no matter where you're at. You guys should check it out. Again, that website is www.studiosweden.com, SUDIO Sweden.com. Coupon code 3HORSEMOM. 15% off. Here, what
was that? Yeah, well.
How 4 college... I know, I can't get it out. How 4 college students traded their nudes for a very cute puppy.
What?
So these 4 college girls, I assume. I should have had this mixed up. Had 4 college girls. I'm assuming it's girls. I guess that's not right for me to assume. It could be a mix. It could be all dudes. Mm-hmm. It could be mascots. I don't know. But they traded their nudes for a very cute puppy.
Oh, okay.
So 4 people.
I thought you said how they treated their nudes for a very cute puppy, and I'm like, why are they sending puppies nudes?
Traded. So these 4 college students, 4 people, gave nude pictures to
Someone for
hopefully not the puppy's father, like a
dog, a big dog. Okay. Here you go.
All right, well, I know what you're gonna do with them, man. I just went down a whole thing. I was like, dogs can't jerk off, but they can't hump things. Dogs humping things is dogs masturbating. I just had like a series of like staircase epiphanies. Like, no, oh no, dogs can jerk off. Oh, you're telling me. So. So this is months back, we talked about how in China you can get a loan and you use naked pictures of yourself as collateral against the loan.
I'm just going,
So I like the idea that if you're attractive enough, you could trade nude pictures of yourself for goods and services.
Sure. People have been doing that for centuries. Thousands.
But just the pictures of themselves?
Sure.
Yeah.
So ever since photographs were invented.
I'll give you a picture of my sweet cheeks.
Yep, for that giant wheel of cheese.
12 podcast bucks.
Hello, cheesemaker.
Would you like to see these sweet tits?
I have no money for thine cheese wheel, but I do have this frozen lithograph of my sweet cheeks. Would you be willing to trade it?
Well, let me see the cheeks. Do you show them the picture? You can't even show them that. Because you got to take it on good faith. If you just flash them your ass, then they're getting that for free. Oh, because they get to keep it.
You get to keep it and look at it any time. So the thing is, you teaseth them.
With thine cheeks.
With thine cheeks. You teaseth them with thine sweet cheeks for a taste of that wheeled cheese.
I feel like you have to be especially picante for a picture of you to be worth a wheel of cheese. Because otherwise, you're just got to jerk the dude off. You see what I'm saying?
I guess, but I mean,
maybe
think about this, man.
Back then. Because what I'm thinking about now is I've seen probably 40 tits today.
Okay.
Yeah. I just woke up. I don't even know. But you know what?
40.
You've seen more tits than your grandpa had in his whole life.
Oh, of course.
You've probably seen more tits. I don't know why my voice just gets so excited. I just got hit puberty. We're talking about sweet cheeks.
I love cheese.
Little boy. You've seen more tits probably in 2018 than your grandpa had in his entire existence.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Mm-hmm. What do you keep looking at?
It was like a gnat or something flying around your head.
All right. I was like, is the ghost of sweet cheeks? What are we looking at? Why does it always freak us out? Like if one of us breaks eye contact with the other and looks behind them, we're always like, ah. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't really know my point. Okay, because we're inundated with sweet cheeks now. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, you go a whole lifetime, only ever see the cheeks of thine betrothed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd be more valuable. A lithograph.
I think it'd be more valuable back in the day. But there are things that, people, let's just like this, getting a puppy. Somebody is willing to be like, listen, I got this puppy. And someone's like, I'll show you my sweet cheeks for it. And you're like,
no, you and 3 of your friends, please.
Okay. Like, all right, you wheel a tough bargain, puppy man.
But when only one of them got to keep the puppy.
Unless they're all roommates.
Some sweet cheeks.
Start getting real.
When 4 honeys living in a house with 1 cute puppy. And they got the cheeks that are real sweet. Mm-hmm. It's called Sweet Cheek House.
It's called 3 Dudes and a Puppy. Yeah, it could have been 3 dudes trading their sweet meat pics to a girl with a nice puppy.
Do you feel like dicks are appreciably different from each other? That you could like see 3 pictures of individual dicks and you would know that they're different dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Every dick's a fingerprint. Actually, that's true.
The tip of your dick is like like the mushroom print?
I think so. Is that true or is that something we made up?
Did we
I don't even know anymore.
I would love if someone were to go back through our back catalog. Fez, get on this, man. Get a royalweedcast.wikia going.
Put that evil on me.
I don't want to do this, boys. Why is Fez that man in that? Listen, boy. I don't want to do your Wikia project, boy.
I ain't going to do it to you, little boy. I ain't going to I'm going to put your Wikipedia up on the internet. I'm going to mush your motherfucking content up.
You boys barely do the podcast as it is. Do a little bit of work. You little boy. boys. That's what Fez sounds like. Mm-hmm. But I would love if we had a Royal WeCast Wikia of all the shit we talk about. Of like, good crab to you? Good crab? Mm-hmm. And we had a holiday. I don't even think that even made it to the air. That was probably a thrown away episode. We talked about the Royal We holiday. It was called Crab.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something happened to the audio on that one. Yeah. It never went out.
And then there's also...
I think I started one, but there's no content on it, or I never put it up. I think I signed us up for one at some point.
Did you?
I think so. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And then what else? What else is in our mythos?
I'll check and see. If so, I can throw it up.
There's the cryless, the Sunyan, the fatherless...
Yeah. But you can set it up and people just go on and put stuff on there, right?
Yeah. We'll let them do whatever they want.
Let's do that.
We each have our own. I mean, we just know it like Nate likes Russia. Nate's interest, Russia. That's your entry. Sam, Jamie Oliver.
Eggs.
I do love eggs.
There's so many eggs in our... Or it's funny, our refrigerator goes from being... There's nothing in it. We can't fit another fucking thing in it right now.
I think we're going to make it through this winter, man.
I think so.
Let's get into another one.
All right.
Let's get another one that Baby Ben sent us.
All right.
Thank you, man. Man calls 911 about clam chowder 4 times.
What? How good was that chowder?
Or terrible. If it was good, what the fuck? I'm going
to die. It's so good. It's so good.
I overdosed on chowder.
I'm going to die.
I want to die. It's so good.
Why would you call 911?
Maybe it burned him. Maybe it spilled on him.
That's probably what it is, because these are misleading headlines.
Or he drowned in it.
It's so much. It's filling orifices.
Help me.
Fight the sadness, Artex.
Can you imagine trying to eat your way out of something? Like if eating your way out was the only way to survive, I feel like we've been training our whole lives for that moment.
Yeah.
You and I.
This is the fucking Fat Boy Olympics.
Oh. If you fall into a vat of chowder and it's either...
I just have to eat my way out.
And it's just enough.
Yeah.
I bet you could just swim. You could just swim in chowder. If it's big, maybe it'd be more difficult than you think.
Maybe it's like quicksand type, And
it's like, you have to eat the chowder away enough so you can breathe. And then rescue can help come get you. I fell with chowder on that one.
You fell right in the chowder.
I'm just thinking like if you were stuck in a horse and you had to eat your way out of the horse.
Ugh. How'd you get in a horse?
Nature works in mysterious ways.
Yes. If you wake up and find yourself in a horse, you're in one of the Saw movies or something.
How are you going to know to eat your way out? I mean, I guess that decision. I feel like you're going to, 9 times out of 10, you're going to die never having the thought.
Yeah. So you're like, what is all this?
What is all this now?
Oh, that's gross. I don't know why that's one of the grosser thoughts I've pictured. The inside of a horse.
I was listening to our episode, I think it's the one with Lolly, the first Power episode we did with a guy who jerked himself off with a fish stomach.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was the first time I've been listening to us, and it grossed me out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm the one talking about it. And I was like, no, thank you.
That's great. It's gross.
And then you the picture too, and I was like, oh, yes, oh.
What's like that story I've told down there about when I used to work at that. Hold up, regroup. Years and years ago, I used to work.
Fell in the chowder.
I was stuck right in that chowder. I used to work at this place, and this girl, she'd believe anything. Mm-hmm. And we were at this. It was like a call center.
Yeah, yeah.
And this name popped up on her screen that no one else in the world has this name. It was the most bizarre. I can't even remember it. It was so strange.
Baboosh hot dog.
Yeah, like Baboosh hot dog or Robo Gobert or something.
I think actually this is a deep dive. We did talk about this because on the episode, what it is you can give a quick abridged version though.
Okay, but anyway, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
It's weird to know exactly the episode.
Yeah, it was like I was like, that's crazy. It's like I used to know a guy that had that exact same name. It can't be him because he's dead. And she's like, oh, it's like, yeah. He's like, he got killed by a spaghetti truck. She's like, what? She's like, there's no such thing. I was like, yeah, there is. Think of places like Fazoli's and like Olive Garden. I was like, they serve so much spaghetti.
Fazoli's is the first pull. Think of Fazoli's or Olive Garden.
It's like, but they can't, they're served, they don't have time to make that much spaghetti all the time. It's like, what they do is they pre-make it in like a factory, put it in a big tanker truck, then they just go up and pump spaghetti into a big vat in there, and then they can just use it. And then she's like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, it doesn't, but all right.
Oh, you're buying it.
I was like, but anyway, like he ran a red light, wasn't paying attention, and he T-boned a spaghetti truck. And all this spaghetti fell into the roof of his car. Said it killed him. She's like, that's terrible. I was like, I know. They said the worst thing was, so when they did an autopsy, they said his stomach was completely full of spaghetti where he tried to eat his way out. She's like, that's awful. And I never told her any different. And I like to think that sometime years later, just in conversation, she was like, oh, you know how they get all this spaghetti here at Fazoli's or the Olive Garden.
I feel like if you're a person who's going to accept a story like that, your whole life is just
Surprise and wonder.
right.
Yeah.
But like you don't even know to think that's not even novel, you know?
Yeah, true.
You know, you're not like, oh, someone told me. It's like, isn't life great and mystical and magical?
Yeah, you'd be like a clam.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, I suppose. Are giant clams real?
I don't know. They were in the 80s.
So he's calling about he called 4 times.
Why were they not listening to him?
Or maybe it was,
It kept getting worse.
or it just, yeah. Or maybe it's 4 times over. We don't know the time.
Am I ever right? All over my beautiful shirt.
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of wondering about that one.
I know, I'm worrying about, but I'm also wondering about, well, maybe you even clicked this one already because I sent it to you already. This is the one I really brought you here to talk with me about today.
Okay.
So do you remember the world that we painted? Here's all the feet here's a map of all the feet that washed up in Canada so
Yes.
far. Well, here's more in severed pieces of people news.
This is a world that we've.
Well, I found it individually. I think you sent it to me also. No, John, someone sent it to me also, and also Ben sent it to us. So everyone, yes, you're right. This is goof grease. Everyone who's thought to send it to us, correct. Russian government says not to worry about these 54 severed human hands found in Siberia. They were quoted as saying, "That's probably just trash."
That's what I was saying. That you did send me that the other day because I was like, Russia never lets us down.
And then we open up with Russia, and we're gonna shut it down with Russia. What the fuck? You find a human hand. You find one human hand.
I'm like, this isn't trash. This is somebody's hand. Somebody needed that.
You find 54 of them.
That's the government being like, ugh. I thought they said they would never find these.
That's 27 people. I did the math.
Yeah, if they lost both hands, what if they just chopped the hand off one person?
Or it could be 54 people.
Yeah,
At the most.
at the most 54 people. The bare minimum, unless there was one odd 3-handed people. But that has to be some.
Did they find them all in one place? I mean, it's in Siberia. It's pretty cold there. But I mean,
And Siberia's a big place.
yeah.
But who's combing through it looking for hands? I'd say they found them in a big pile somewhere. We're like, what? Frozen. Just frozen
And
hands.
imagine you're lucky if you're the guy who keeps finding the hands. You're like, oh my God.
I feel like I should tell somebody, but I want to keep my hands.
Yes. If you're the guy busts open the hand story.
And it seems like in Russia, the last people I would tell would be the government. Yeah, because what you're basically saying is, oh, I found all your hands.
Hey,
Hey, government.
you thought you were real sneaky.
Yeah, we found your hand pile.
Why are
in
you cutting the
Siberia.
hands off people, though?
Punishments.
Just like, punishment. It's not.
Yeah.
That won't kill you,
No. But then you got to get a hook or some weird appendage.
right? And you got to stop sleeping with your sister. And you got to go on like a whole journey of like, keeping your oaths and shit.
What?
You'll get it. You'll wake up tomorrow. You'll get it.
Okay.
Did I just kill the vibe because you don't understand the reference?
No, yeah, I'm still thinking about it.
Jamie Lannister, man.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh. How did that have anything to do with Russia?
He cut his hand. They cut his hand off.
No, but he doesn't.
That's punishment. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. But he doesn't live in Russia.
Game of Thrones might as well be. Russia might as well be Game of Thrones.
Yeah. At least the wild parts of it. The untamed parts.
Did you hear about that family who just like lived?
Yeah.
They were like, I think 100 something.
In Siberia.
Yeah. Turns out.
Maybe they were catching people and eating them. Like when there a family that lived in a cave years ago somewhere, and they kept eating people that came by.
I hear that more people in China live in caves than don't live in caves. That might not be true, but I've heard it.
There's a billion people in China.
And more of them are cave dwellers than you would think.
Oh, I love this world, man.
I don't know that's true.
I'm probably not. It doesn't sound like it's true.
Listen, I'm going to go on this limb and say that doesn't sound true, you fucking lunatic. Well, I don't know.
I think it'd be easy to find out. Because if a bunch of people got all their hands cut off at one time, that means they're all affiliated with some certain event or group or something, right?
We talked about this at the beginning, before we even started recording, about the whole prison thing. About there's no like Billy Zane of prison. You can't just go in there and be like, listen, guys, I'm not going to give you any trouble. Don't give me any trouble. Hey, man, we're all cool. I'll invite you to my barbecue.
Right.
Right? You can't do that. But now I'm thinking in like the gang world of like Russian mafia and shit.
Yeah, there's probably an uneasy truce.
But people get involved in that who have no business getting involved in that. I mean, if any of the movies we've seen,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like some guy who runs a fucking Fazoli's and he's like, hey, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
Be a real shame if the pizza truck stopped coming.
Yeah, and they'd start to be like, what if we're going to take a third of this month's spaghetti truck shipment and replace it with heroin? They're going to pump that into your store, and then we'll have some guys come in and fish it out of the spaghetti, take it away. You never hear from us again. We never hear from you again. Make $25,000.
Oh, but I think there's people who just get rough and fucking tumbled. Like,
I'll get strong-armed into doing it.
doing stuff, and then they don't do it right, which then they get punished.
Oh, that's probably happens more than they're getting money for.
You know what I mean? Like some guy's uncle was like, God damn, I couldn't say no to him. He's fucking Fat Tony. And then all of a sudden, you're fucking, what happened to your uncle's hand?
Yeah, we're going to hang out in the back of your deli and do shady deals and shit, and you ain't got nothing to do with, you can't say anything.
And you fuck it up somehow.
Yeah.
You know?
Losing your hand.
It's got to happen.
That probably happens more so than people giving money. Or people who know about that, like a guy knows a guy who knows a guy, some low-level dude, and then they try to weasel in and strong arm, or not strong, but try to be like, I'm going to skim a little. Like, these guys bring these shipments in here all the time, just let them set, and they're thinking like, somebody could steal a little bit off the top, nobody'd ever know. The thing is, nobody ever thinks to do it because there's a reason. You end up handless in Siberia. But some guy's like, oh man, they'll never know. And they're like, we fucking know. Come here, give me that hand. You know? And then they're like, fuck.
Hey, can I get a hand of something?
Yeah. Watch The Counselor.
It's about this?
Kind of.
All right.
Watch that movie.
Also, watch Event Horizon.
Yeah, we were going to watch that today.
Oh, shit. We still just...
There's a lot of time in the day.
There's time now. There's time. Let's do one more. All right. Indian doctors prop patient's head with his own amputated leg. And they got in trouble for this. This is actually a headline come from Ben. Indian doctors prop patient's head with his own amputated leg. Now, we talked about like the doctor who was signing that guy's liver. So he signed a woman's liver or something, or someone's.
Yeah, what a pretentious dude.
What I'm saying is like you're in your own practice with people you trust, and the person you're dicking over is asleep. This is what we're hearing about.
Yeah, right. This is what we know.
There must be some crazy shit going on.
Yeah, they were kicking Joe DiMaggio's head around a freezer. We know about that.
They cut this guy's leg off and then stuck it under his head like a pillow.
Right. Now, if this was World War II on a battlefield, totally acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, your leg's gone. We got to just fucking use his leg. We got to save this man.
Yeah.
You know? But that just seems like poor foresight.
Right.
You know, need to be like, oh, where's the head proper thing? Fuck, I use the leg. And somebody left out of there and was like, oh, how'd the surgery go? You won't believe what he did.
Well, in a situation where they forgot the head proper thing and they need to do something in which the head needs to be propped and it's going to cause him to lose blood or time is of the essence.
Mm-hmm. Stick the foot in there.
But maybe that's what it was.
Probably.
How did they even get in trouble? Really, what's wrong? It just seems like bad etiquette, but really what's the problem here?
Yeah.
It's
probably like frowned upon.
Well, I mean,
don't bang your stepsister, but technically,
you're asleep. It's always Indian doctors, man. Last week they were giving kids tits.
Oh, it was.
No, not kids.
Not kids. Not kids.
Very poor children. Little boy.
Little boy, you want your satin titty, little boy?
I'll give you some sweet chicks.
I'll mush your motherfucking titties up.
Get me a real cute puppy. Let's click one of these.
Okay, which one do you want?
Well, there's Indian doctor leg we just talked about.
I think that's pretty straightforward.
There's severed hands. I don't know if you read into that.
I didn't read into it at all. I would like to know more about that, of course.
There's 4 college students, the sweet cheeks. There's the clam chowder.
Clam chowder is up there, because the people sending sweet cheek things for puppies.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm voting chowder.
Let's go chowder. Chowder. Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Say it right, damn it.
Chowder.
Let's play the card. Man calls 911 about clam chowder 4 times. Middletown. Where are we? We're in Middletown. I don't know what state we're in. Middletown. I mean, that could be anywhere.
Yeah, between one place and another.
A man arrested Monday is accused of calling 911 4 times to complain about someone throwing his clam chowder into a dumpster, and then once more to complain about being given misdemeanor summons for misusing the 911 system.
He called back.
Well, this is fucking dumb.
Hey.
Man, you can't be doing that. I can't be doing what?
What you're doing now? But that's what? Okay. 911, what's your emergency? Now, wait a minute. You're saying
Sok Yi, 70, of Main Street, was issued a misdemeanor summons for the misuse of 911 system. Police said Yi called 911 4 separate times Monday and did not report any type of emergency during these calls. Instead, yelling and screaming that someone had thrown his clam chowder into a dumpster.
Oh, that's so funny to me. Sir, you can't. Whew.
An hour later, dispatch reported they received another 911 call from Yi. During this 911 call, Yi allegedly did not report any sort of emergency. Instead, he complained to the dispatcher that he had received a summons for misusing the 911 system.
I mean, oh, he was drunk.
He was drunk.
When police arrived on the scene, officers found Yi lying in his bed intoxicated.
Yeah, he began angrily complain.
He was arrested and advised he would be taken into police custody. However, when officers repeatedly asked him to get out of bed, he refused. He was then removed by the bed by police. But as he was being handcuffed, officers said he tensed and refused to comply.
This is what's going on in Middletown. You know what I mean? Like, being a cop is either life or death or this bullshit.
Yeah.
I was dealing with, like, fucking Terry in rollerblades.
So he was drunk. But it kind of seems like he may not have. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but it seems like he may not have understood the system.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
like he just thought it was a number that you could call if you weren't.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. But we don't know.
No, we don't know.
We don't know how. I mean, he might have been third generation American. We don't know.
Right.
His name's Sok Yi.
Yeah.
Sock you in the goddamn drawing. You stay back. All right, let's get out of here. I want to thank Keisha Bosch. She let us use the song Intro/Pathos on the album 151A. Thank you, Keisha Bosch. I want to thank Dana.
Dana, not Dan. Dana.
I just stopped.
Yeah.
I wasn't done.
Oh.
I want to thank Dan.
Okay.
I wasn't done.
You weren't stuck in the chowder. Clam chowder. Oh, wait.
That's why we made the joke. You pointed at the screen. Like it all makes sense.
You fucking lunatic. I was like, wait, we're talking about clam chowder again. It's the same story. Fuck. I was stuck in the chowder big time.
I also want to thank oh goddamn. I want to thank Ben for sending us all the headlines too. Thank you, Ben. Goddamn. If you want to send us headlines, and you should, you can do that at Royal Weekcast on Twitter or royalweekcast@gmail.com. You can also send us sound effects when we're not finding them on weird prison shows that Nate watches. All right, I guess let's get out of here. Good night, Dad.
Chowder.
Are giant clams real?
I don't know. They were in the 80s.